I now call CIVICUS.
Thank you, Mr. Vice President. We note that the government of Lao PDR has accepted the majority of the recommendations it received during this UPR cycle. However, we regret that the government has not accepted several key recommendations related to fundamental freedoms and protection of human rights defenders. Following the second cycle UPR in 2015, Lao PDR committed to reassess its restrictions on fundamental freedoms in line with the ICCPR. However, the government's actions since then stand in stark contrast to these commitments, as well as constitutional guarantees of these rights. New amendments to the Media Act introduced in 2016 further consolidate the government's absolute control over the media. The government continues to criminalize criticism using unwarranted criminal defamation charges on the basis of protecting national interests. Women human rights defender Hoihoing Zeaburi, known as Moi, was sentenced in November 2019 to 5 years imprisonment for a Facebook post criticizing the slow response of the government in providing assistance to communities displaced by flooding in August 2019. And the new Decree No. 238 on associations, introduced in November 2017, grants the government broad powers to control or prohibit the formation of associations, to monitor and curtail their activities and finances, and to dissolve associations on arbitrary grounds without rights of appeal. We call on Lao PDR to create and maintain in law and practice an enabling environment for CSOs, media, journalists and human rights defenders by repealing or reviewing all repressive legislation in accordance with international standards. We regret the government's failure to accept key recommendations to effectively investigate the enforced disappearance of Sombat Somphone. Given the government's protracted failure to disclose any new information about the investigation since June 2013, we call on Lao to establish a new independent and impartial investigative body to determine his fate and whereabouts. We further call on the government to publicly set out a comprehensive, measurable and time-bound action plan for the implementation of UPR recommendations in full cooperation and consultation with civil society. Thank you.